Fed Chair Jay Powell says the Federal Reserve needs more evidence that inflation is easing before cutting rates. We have Joe Tigay of Equity Armor Investments. Joe, what are your 3 trader tips for today? What's number 1 on your list?
Yeah, so I'm super excited for the jobs number that is like an earnings report for the economy. Now, there's been a lot of attention to the hot economy, and maybe that'll mean fewer rate cuts from the Fed. But I'm going to be keying in on the wage growth that we're going to see on the jobs report. If that's in check, that'll still give the Fed room to cut. Thing two, Angie, is oil. Now, everyone's talking about gold. If there's going to be an inflation trade, if we're going to have a hot economy and the Fed is going to be cut, people will be expecting inflation. A lot of money is being thrown into gold, which is very interesting. I think it's prudent to have an inflation protection. But I'm watching gold, too, as another inflation protection. And really, it's going to work 2 ways for me. Let's say, for instance, the Fed decides they don't need to cut as the market's expecting. That's likely because the economy is hotter than expected. And that will mean higher demand for things like oil. So I think if the Fed does cut, there'll be the inflation trade for oil. If the Fed does not cut, there'll be a strong economy giving oil a tailwind.
And what's third on your mind?
I want to see some catch up in the Magnificent Seven that is not NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been fantastic. I think more consolidation is in order for that name and some of the high flying names we've seen to start the year. But I want to see some catch up in some of the lower tier names of the Magnificent Seven. Amazon starting to catch wind. Obviously, Google, too, is starting to catch wind. Love to see it out of Apple, breaking the downtrend, and certainly Tesla, too. If we can get those names going the right way, I think the rally will resume in full force.
Thank you, Joe, for your trader tips.
Thanks for having me.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.